Hello everybody, let's get to it. Wait till it comes on here. Okay. A map of U.S. states shows that nearly all of the Republican governors are now backing Texas Governor Greg Abbott in this ongoing dispute with Biden administration over the attempts to stop illegal migrant crossings into the state from Mexico. Yeah, I think he has all the right to do that. In a 5-4 vote in Monday, the Supreme Court surprised many by siding with the president, ruling that federal agents could, for now, resume cutting razor wire that Texas has been installing along a stretch of the southern border. The installation of the concertina wire along the Rio Grande was among several physical measures Abbott has taken at the border in the efforts to stem the number of migrants entering Texas in the year to September 2023. Nearly 1.4 million migrants entered the state illegally, according to figures compiled by the Custom and Border Protection CPB agency, marginally lower in the previous year. Texas has every right to protect his state. People ought to be thankful. And as far as concertina wire, the only way a person's going to get hurt by that is to go in it. It's not going to jump out to you and grab you. They use it in prisons and stuff to put on top of the fences and stuff. So why aren't they saying that's inhumane? This is the same damn thing. They're crossing illegally. In the days since the ruling, Abbott has said, "Fight is not over," and passed the Texas National Guard for continuing to hold the line. Them dang states, man, that's only near all of them. Look at that. In a statement on Wednesday, the Republican governor said Texas has had a right to self-defense under the state's constitution, involving laws designed to protect it from the threat of invasion, while accusing the Biden administration of failing to execute immigration laws enacted by the U.S. Congress. Not only is the Congress, I'm going to get to the Constitution and what the Constitution says. The White House has previously called Abbott's border tactics, like using razor wire, political stunts. Why don't Biden go walk through it then? That were cruel and inhumane. Like I said, the prisons here where I live, there's concertina wire on the fences, and they're always crying about that, with the poor prisoners and stuff. Biden has faced calls to federalize the Texas National Guard over Abbott's dissent. Not only is this getting with the all these states are sending their National Guard troops down there, plus militias, regular militias. National Guard is supposed to be militia, but these are people militias. In the past, in the year to September, the CBP recorded higher rate of migrant encounters along the southern border, almost 2.5 million in the recent previous year. Texas is one of 4 states to share a border with Mexico, but contains around half of the border length. Abbott's invocation, self-defense clauses, and this claim that the supreme law of the land supersedes any federal statutes to the contrary, has been backed by all but one of the 26 Republican governors, the exception being Vermont's Phil Scott. Included in the 25 to have signed a joint statement pledging their solidarity with the Texas governor were Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Ohio's Mike DeWine, Virginia's Glenn Youngkin, and Arkansas's Sarah Sanders. If the Constitution really made states powerless to defend themselves against the invasion, it wouldn't have been ratified in the first place, and Texas would have never joined the Union when it did, DeSantis wrote on Wednesday. And that's true. Wait till you see it. Texas, which prior to becoming a U.S. state in 1845 was an independent republic, has been subject to renewed calls to declare independence movement, dubbed that Texas. After the Formental used for Britain's exit from the European Union. Youngkin said Virginia stands with Texas in the dispute, while DeWine described the situation along the southern border as untenable. Just keeps getting worse. Sanders wrote that if President Biden won't defend us, states will have to defend themselves. And not to mention that, you will not believe the ones who are getting the food benefit. 50% of the food benefits are going to these migrants. They're cutting the American people's food benefits to support these people, or these whatever. Okay, here is, this is Cornell Law School. 8 U.S. Code 5, 8 U.S. Code, I'm going to see if S or some, 1325, the improper entry by alien. improper time or place, avoidance of examination or inspection, misrepresentation or representation, and concealment of facts. Any alien who 1. Enters or attempts to enter the United States at any time or place other than designated by immigration officers, or 2. Eludes examination or inspection by immigration officers, or 3. Attempts to enter or obtain entry into the United States by a willfully false or misleading representation, the willful concealment of a material fact shall, for the first commission of any such offense, be fined under the Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 6 months, or both, and for a subsequent commission of any such offense be fined under Title 18 or imprisonment of not more than 2 years, or both. Improper time or place civil penalties. Any alien who is apprehended while entering or attempting to enter the United States at any time, place other than as designated by the immigration officer shall be subject to a civil penalty of at least $50, and not more than $250 for each such entry for attempted entries. And you know what? They're not paying their fines. They're getting paid to come over here. Twice the amount specified in paragraph 1, the case of an alien who has been previously subject to a civil penalty under this subsection. Civil penalties under the subsection are in addition to and not in lieu of any criminal or other civil penalties that may be imposed. A marriage fraud. Any individual who knowingly enters into a marriage for the purpose of evading any provision of the immigration laws shall be imprisoned for not more than 5 years, or be fined not more than $250,000, or both. Immigration-related entrepreneurship fraud. Individual who knowingly establishes a commercial enterprise for a purpose of evading any provision of the immigration laws shall be imprisoned for not more than 5 years, fined in accordance with U.S. or with Title 18, or both. June 27th, 1952, Chapter 477, Title 11, Chapter 8, I don't know what that is, but it says 275, 66 statute, 229 published, L 999-1 100-639. November 10th, 1986. 100 Stat 542 PUB published. L 101, and that goes all the way up to 96. So that's the constitutional law. Abbott's right, and the Supreme Court is absolutely wrong. Oh, they're supposed to be smart. Oh, yeah, right. I'll be one. I ain't even went to law school. Okay, that's what that is. Oh, crimes against humanity. Okay, crimes against humanity, an offense in international criminal law, adopted in the Charter of the International Military Tribunal, Nuremberg Charter, which tried surviving Nazi leaders in 1945 and was in 1998. See, I remember them doing that trial too. Incorporated into the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court. Crimes against humanity consist of various acts: murder, extermination, enslavement, torture, forcible transfers of population, imprisonment, rape, persecution, enforced disappearance, and apartheid, among others, when, according to the ICC, those are committed as part of a widespread or systemic attack directed against any civilian population. The term also has a broader use in condemning other acts that, in a phrase often used, shock the conscience of mankind: world poverty, human-made environmental disasters, and terrorist attacks have thus been described as crimes against humanity. The broader use of the term may be intended only to register the highest possible level of moral outrage, for the intention may be to suggest that such offenses be recognized formally as legal offenses. Considered either a legal offense or as moral category, the concept of crime against humanity embodies the idea that individuals who either make or follow state policy can be held accountable by the international community. It thus modifies traditional notions of sovereignty, according to which state leaders and those who obeyed them enjoyed immunity. Political and legal theorists have justified that challenge the idea of sovereignty in several ways. For some, a crime against humanity is simply an inhumanity and especially a gross type. For others, major atrocities have the potential of damage international peace, for they are either a prelude to external aggression or have efforts that spill over state borders. For still others, genocide is at the core of crimes against humanity. The term crimes against humanity was first officially used in condemning the Armenian genocide and was first adopted in law as a response to the Holocaust. Genocidal attacks on people on the basis of a group membership implicitly deny the victims human statutes. According to that view, thus affronting all human beings, yet others reject those views and focus rather on the basic nature of the state authority. States are justified only by their capacity to protect their citizens, and when their powers turn atrociously against a state's own citizens, they lose all warrant, and those who direct and obey them become subject to judgment and sanction by the entire human community. How to distribute blame between those who direct and those who follow is, however, contested. Issue is both morality and law. That does that, but you get the point. Yeah. I just wish those people in the White House, those other people that are supposed to be on the side of the good part, would see this, and this would, right here alone, the administration in the big White House, I don't want to hear you liberal pigs. I'm sorry, but man, I mean, what the heck are you supposed to do? You can't just let all these people just keep coming in here without even being, they just sent around to different states, and they tell people where they're going. So it has nothing to do with the bus. They know where they're going. That's where they go. So, with that said, let's just get a you know what. But somebody got to do it. It's like this one guy, Steve Poplar. Don't decide to go down there. It could be a trap. You know, they might do that thing 3 years ago. You know what I'm talking about. And that's against the law. Why they're breaking the law and nobody's doing nothing is beyond me. And it's kind of ticking me off. And it puts a whole new light on the freaking conservatives. They aren't conservatives. They don't care. If they cared, they would freaking quit pussyfooting around and do their job. I don't care. They ain't part of me, you know. That's no. So, you know, I was born around the dang Constitution stuff, you know. I remember history and stuff. But anyway, I'll leave that with you, and be safe out there. Pray that this stuff all ends, and it's not going to end. It's not going to end well. But God bless you all. Try to find peace somewhere. But peace and love to all. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. God bless.